Let's make sure we are live. Hold on 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. 1 second, 1 second. Let's make sure we are live. DBO moms, where's my glasses? Oh, there's my glasses. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Spank you. Yes. All right. Are we live? Are we live? Let's see. Let's take a look at the YouTubes. The YouTubes. Let's make sure. Let's see here. Audio is working. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. That's a thing of beauty right there. All right. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. All right. Hold on 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Just 1 second. All right. All right. All right. Let's see here. Howdy, Bobo. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Marty. Good morning. Hello, Bobo. You hear me, Lima Charlie? Copy that. All right. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Let's see here. Let's make sure we got everything all set up here. Hold on. There we go. Beautiful. All right. 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 Let's see here. Let's make sure we're live on the X. Are we live on the X? All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Okay. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Ooh, okay. All right. We are live on the X. Good. Had to load for a second there. All right. Twitch. We live on the Twitch. Well, now had to propagate a little bit on the Twitch. Okay, up there we are. There we are. Audio works. Beautiful. Okay. All right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's get all the announcements out and ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope everybody's okay, safe, happy, healthy, doing their thing, making a lot of money. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. 1 second. 1 second. All right. Okay, let's see here. All right. All right, let's see over here. Okay. There we go. There we go. That's good. All right. There we go. Bot right there. All right. Let's get this over here. All right. There we go. There we go. That goes there. Get all this stuff out there. But yeah, how you guys doing, ladies and gentlemen? Hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing great. What you guys got planned for this coming weekend, ladies and gentlemen? After you are making money after you've made money. What you guys got planned for the weekend? Me, it depends on the weather. It depends on the weather. You know what I mean? It always depends on the weather for me. As a matter of fact, what's the temperature outside? What's the temperature outside? Actually, what's going to be the weather for tomorrow? It says it's supposed to be clear, so I don't know. Might go outside. Well, today's a little rainy. Tomorrow going to be clear. There you go. Yes, sir. All right. What about Sunday? What about Sunday? Oh, well, look, you got a phone.
Wait a minute.
Hi, app.
Sunday is supposed to be partly.
Partly what?
Partly sunny.
All right. Yep, yeah, I know. It's doing that thing. I get it. Yep. One thing at a time. One thing at a time. All right, let's see here. Yep. There we go. Get this over here. All right, bop right there. All right. All right, there we go. Bop right there. There. Boom. Let's get this set up here. Aha. There we are. Good morning, Legal. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right. All right. There we go. Let's fix the glitch. There we are. All set and schmexy. There we go. Okay. There we go. Nice. Good. All right. So, let's get this intro started. Ladies and gentlemen. What's up, guys? It's Double Nicks, and welcome to another episode of Microcap Mornings. I am your host with the most. They call me DBL Nicks in the house, aka the Rainmaker. And I am here with the lovely Serengeti specialist herself. She likes to hang around the tall weeds, the high trees, the low seas, hitting them high knees. Sometimes she likes 2 cups of coffee. Other times she likes to jet ski. Other times she likes to regular ski. Other times she gets shot out the cannon and she goes wee. Other times she likes to go to RBs and watch videos of puppies and kitties. Other times she likes to go into the stock market and find them ABCDs. Other times, she likes to steal my lo mein. She had Taco Tuesday on Wednesday. We call her DBL Moms.
Hey!
Yeah. Yeah, it does. I made it rhyme. I made it rhyme. I made it rhyme.
Whatever you say.
She's a bit of a critique. Oh, yeah. See? Yeah, that rhyme.
Tuesday or Wednesday. And that's a stretch.
Hey. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Anyway.
It works.
She's being a hater, ladies and gentlemen. She's being a hater. She's being a hater. Elephant.
See?
Yes. Yes, I can.
Yes, you can.
Yes, I can. See? That's the key. That's the key. Onomatopoeia. There you go. See? All right. I see it. Brian Hale, welcome. He says ENSC could climb back to 75 cents. All right. ENSC, let's take a look. Let's see about ENSC there. ENSC. All right. Currently, as of now, ENSC did have a nice run early in the morning over here. Had a nice run. Moved up. Bop right there. Had a bit of a double top at the 73% mark over here. Had a bit of a double top and then pulled its way on back right there. That's what we got going on right there. So ENSC as of now has since kind of pulled back there. So another thing that could happen is a potential descending wedge right over here. All right. So double top, bit of a descending wedge right here on the uptrend. We'll see. Hit that double top at 73 cents. It did hit as high as 78 cents at one point right there. So we got that going on right there. That is what we got going on. And then basically just went back down, formed a bit of a descending wedge. Needs a little bit of volume love, ladies and gentlemen. Needs a bit of volume love. So as of now, that's what it needs, ladies and gents. That's what it needs. So there we go. There we go. ENSC needs a bit of volume love. Let's take a look at the float. Float is 3.5 million. Volume is 99.3 million. So it does have the volume for it. It has volume for it. All right. Let's see if it has any news though. Any news? News actually came out yesterday. Not Wednesday. Yes, I know. On Wednesday. Yes. So, ENSC Biosciences launches strategic review to advance TAP and MPAR platforms, exploring partnerships and corporate deals. So they got that going on right there. And they also initiated a review of strategic alternatives to enhance shareholder value. So they got that going on right there. That is what they got going on right there. ENSC had a bit of a descending wedge. A little bit of a descending wedge there. That's what we got going on right there. That is what we got going on. Is above the VWAP though. So we got that going on. Yes, sir. So ENSC as of now needs to break above the VWAP for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya. ENSC needs to stay above the VWAP actually. Stay above the VWAPA and curl off the descending wedge to break the double top. For it to be somewhat schmexy to me, that's what we need to do for ENSC. Top Success says, good morning. Good morning, Top Success. JEM he asked for. JEM. Let's take a look at JEM. Top Success requests it. Yes, good. All right, so there was a bit of an ABCD here, right here. So look, right here. Bop, A to B, B to C, okay? C to D is what it's starting to look like right now. All right, had a bit of a double top right over here at the 15-cent mark right there. So we got that going on as well. They got a 15-cent mark double top over here, so it needs to break above that. It looks like a potential ABCD pattern, so it could potentially move upwards some more. So we'll see what goes on there. But right now, it's above the VWAP. It is above the VWAP. 90 MA is converging on that VWAP right there. So it is moving its way on up. It is not overbought or oversold in the RSI. Let's take a look at the float and volume. Float is 3 million. Volume is 117 million. So we got that going on for volume. Currently, JEM is up 66%, 66%, and is above that double top right there. So it looks like it's an ABCD pattern going on over here. JEM, ABCD pattern. Look, broke above the VWAP and the double top right there for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya. There we go. There we go. So right now it's climbing its way on up, there. So we got that going on. So yeah, JEM is currently climbing. So yeah, the 90 MA is headed for that VWAP. Needs to pierce it and needs to stick around it, or at least stick near it, and keep. And the both of them just got to keep curling up. You know what I mean? Just got to keep curling up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that's what we got going on for JEM. JEM has that ABCD pattern right there. Bobo Beef says, could you give some entertaining information on BTOC, please? All right. So BTOC. Let's take a look at BTOC. All right, BTOC right here.
I think that's what that is.
Is that like code for get Stewie? Give us Stewie.
Stewie!
Everybody put in the chat hashtag we want Stewie.
Stewie!
Yes. Hey, chat, put it in. Put it in if y'all want Stewie.
Yes,
Y'all want the great the legend himself.
Get him out of the.
Yeah. All right, so BTOC as of now is up 28%. Was a bit overbought in the RSI. He had a bit of a double top at 48 cents. So let's see over here what we got going on right here. So we have our boy Stewie right here. All right, here he is climbing. He's climbing. He's got his little backpack right here. He's got his little hat. He got his little hat. He's got like a little sickles and stuff. He's got the little sickles so he could like climb up the little mountain there, right? He reaches the double topper and then falls off. He goes, here. Ah! There he is with his little hat. Bobo Beef says hashtag we want Stewie. Yes, sir. All right.
Let's go.
Yes. There's Stewie. He's falling. He's like, whee! Oh. Right. Then he lands. He lands it though. He sticks the landing right here. He does that Avengers style landing right here. You know, you got that. Does that?
Skis on 'cause it's the Olympics.
Yep. He does that Avengers style landing right there. Look at that little Avengers style landing. No, that's wrong thing. Wrong thing. All right. There's his hat. He still has his. He still keeps his hat. All right. He still got his little sickles there. He looks like a gremlin there. Like, yeah. And then he starts climbing his way on back up right there. BTOC climbing on back up there, forming a bit of a double top right here. Needs to break above this little bit of resistance at 46 cents. But Stewie, our boy, the hero, our hero of the story, starts climbing his way back up there. Oh, that's a big head for Stewie. We don't need that big of a head. All right, there's our boy. There he is. A little whoa, oh, hey, yo. All right, there he is with his little hat right there. Hey, he's still got the hat going on. He's still got the backpack. He's still got the sickles right here. He got the little sickle, bap right there, and he's climbing back up slowly but surely, just climbing back up. There we go. He did that little Avenger landing. He was climbing up here, boop, hit that double top, fell back down, flipped over, and did that that little Avenger style landing. And then just climbed up off the little thingy. And there you go. There he is. He's back up to mountain climbing again. He's climbing up. He's climbing tree. You know what I mean? Yes. And it's still moving. BTOC still climbing right now. Up 34%. Up 34%. Broke the double top. So BTOC right there. BTOC. All right. On moving on the uptrend. Curling off the pennant. All right, there we go. That's what we like. Currently up 35% and climbing. There's our boy Stewie, though. There he is. He's climbing on up there. He's climbing past that double top and he's climbing on up right there. That's what he's doing. You got the little he did the little jumpy jump. All right. Yeah, so you got that going on. Yeah, mountain climbing, Stewie. Don't worry, we got the ninja Stewie too. We got a ninja Stewie. Don't worry, that one's gonna be revealed. Oh yeah, don't worry, he's got that. He got that little Naruto thing that he does with the hands, and then he just teleports with the little smoke bomb, the little smoke plume. Does that thing. Don't worry. We'll get to that Stewie. We'll get a bunch of Stewies. We got Stewies for days. Yes. Good. All right, so that's what we got going on for BTOC. That's what we got going on. Yes, sir. All right. So, let's take a look at a couple of the stonks here. We actually did call quite a few stonks. Ladies and gentlemen, by the way, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share. Because sharing is caring, ladies and gentlemen. Sharing is caring. And, of course, if you want access to our private Discord, link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different, and the early bird gets the cash, the moolah, the loot, the cashola, the big bucks. I tell you, right there. No, he's going down. It's going down. So there's poor Stewie lost his little thingies.
Whoa. What happened to Stewie?
See how it's going down. Look, he was climbing up. All of a sudden, bink, whee! Don't worry, they're connected to his hands. The little ropey ropes there. The ropey ropes. There he is. There's our boy. It's like it's falling down now. It's falling down below the VWAP right there. BTOC. I spoke. Oh, yeah, all of a sudden just went whee. Oh, he's got the little. So when you're mountain climbing, DL moms, you have the sickles there. All right, you have the little sickles. But the thing is, they have to be wrapped around your thing. So sometimes if you lose your balance or something, they don't fall out of your hands, right? And they stick to your thing, so that way all you got to do is just grab them again because they're wrapped around your wrist with a little safety wrap. Yeah.
Yes.
That's how it works.
Yeah. Got it.
So you got the little safety wraps.
Yes.
Yish.
Right.
Yish. There we go.
There we go.
As of now, though, BTOC just dropped like a rock, though. It just popped up and then dropped down. So it moved up and then it went right there. So as of now, though,
Oh my.
yep. As of now, BTOC. Hold on, let's clear this up a little bit. BTOC went down over here, and there's poor Stewie, just going.
Yeah. Slide down the side there.
Yeah, he's trying to like hold on for dear life right now. He's got his little backpack right here. He's got his little hat.
Okay.
He's still got his little sickles though. He's trying to hold. He's trying to hold on there. One of his sickles is a little loose, so he's got the little strappy strap there. See, he's got all the mountain climbing equipment. So we'll see what happens for him.
There you have it, Bobo.
Yeah, there you have it, Bobo. There's the storyline. We got a whole storyline. There's the Stewie analysis. Alex Martinez says Stewie G's. Yes, Stewie G's.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Stewie got all sorts of professions. He's in the stock market, quite literally. Yeah, let's get a shit party. Yes. Yes. BTOC needs to break above the downtrend and the VWAPA. So we got that going on right there. BTOC. All right. There we go. Let's see what else we got. Let me add them. All right. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to check us out on our YouTube at Coaching Money. At Coaching Money. Be sure to check us out. Like, comment, subscribe. Ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share. Because sharing is caring, ladies and gentlemen. Sharing is caring. And of course, if you want access to our private Discord, link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out, because we pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different, and the early bird gets the cash, the moolah, the loot, the cashola, the big bucks, I tell you. Yes, sir. So, yeah, be sure to check us out. We called quite a few stonks today. We called ENSC. That one ran up a nice 91%. There we go. ENSC called that. It ran up a nice 91%. JEM. All right. Ran up a nice 61%. Actually, no, 66% now. So we got that going on right there. And then VEEA. All right. VEEA ran up a nice 53% right there. So we got that going on right there. That is what we got going on. Let's take a look at PRAA, because that just showed a spike, but nope. A lot of chop. So we got that going on right there. A little chop over there, a lot of chop over there. All right. Yep, chop, chop, chop. And you know what? We got Stewie here. This one's the ninja Stewie right here. This one's the ninja Stewie. Right? He's doing like the little ninja thing.
He got the thing around his head, the little string thing.
Yeah, he's got the little ninja thing going on there. And then all of a sudden, poof! And then
What happened to Stewie?
yeah, he did the ninja thing. The ninja thing when you go
That's a ninja thing?
and then they throw the smoke bomb. It's
Caught in a bunch of spaghetti.
oh, he's got the smoke bomb. It's a smoke bomb.
That's a smoke bomb.
So DBO moms, you gotta have a little bit of imagination. There you go. The smoke's gone now. See, he gone now. All right, he said nope. Boom, he gone. Yeah, see,
Got it.
he did that Naruto teleportation.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Stewie.
No, the ninjas do that. Ninjas go.
Looney Tunes got nothing else.
Yeah, no, exactly.
All right.
Yeah, maybe we'll have Anvil Acme Stewie. Just wee. Acme Stewie.
All props have
TMDE. 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 Little bit of choppiness over here and over here. Looks like it is on a bit of a choppy uptrend, though. Has an 8 million float, 711,000 volume. All right, and looks like it is a bit choppy going upward. Choppy. TMDE. TMDE. All right.
Chop.
Uptrend on low volume right there. So we got that going on right there. All right. PRAA. That was the one we looked at before. Low volume and very choppy. So PRAA, a little bit choppy, low volume, not looking too good for that one. KORE. This one looks like it's an offering over here. This one looks like a bit of an offering over here. Not like a, what's it called? An acquisition play. Something like that. Yeah, let's see. Form 8. Ah, yes, there it is. Core Group agrees to be acquired by Searchlight Capital Partners and Abrai Partners in 726 million? All cash deal at $9.25 per share. Expected to close in Q2 or Q3 2026. So they got that going on right there. That is what they got going on. All right. And all right, we got our boy Stewie over here paragliding. He's or whatever they call the thing where you're like you got the little weird harness. All right, there he is. Yeah, he's got the little weird harness thingy around him. Yeah, he's going wee. Yeah, the little thing with the string where you're just like, yeah, you like zip
glide.
zip
glides.
zip gliding. I don't know, something like that. There he is, just dangling like a little goober. He's got to like kind of grab it and go wee. There you go. There you go. KORE acquisition. It's an acquisition play apparently, and merger consolidating. Yep, that's what we got going on there. So KORE, that's what they got going on right there. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at another stunk here. Let's take a look at some stonks real quick. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Let me see what we got over here. 1 second. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, happy Pokemon Day. It is Pokemon Day. Yes, it is. It is Pokemon Day.
Why does Stewie look like he's hanging from the gallows on KORE?
No, he's not hanging from the gallows. It's the little zip line thing. You know, the thing with the line between the trees.
Are you sure it's not a gallows?
It's not a gallow. It would be around his neck if it was a gallow. His neck is over there, not his. This is body. Why would you think he's getting from the gallows? What?
Come on.
That is not a gallow. That is not a gallow, Dad. Father, no.
Everyone loves Stewie.
Yes, everybody loves Stewie. He's not hanging from the gallows. His neck is up there. He got the little thingy around his waist and chest and stuff for like the little harness, and then he gets the Wii, man, the Wii. Yeah. Now I feel bad. I just gotta get rid of it. A. Very choppy over here. A lot of chop. Anna, it's choppy. All right, and because of this, we got our boy Ninja Stewie, the ninja one over here. Right, he's doing the little the ninja. Right, where he's doing the thing where the ninjas teleport. The ninjas like do the little teleport with the smoke bomb. There he is. Give him like some little eyes for this one, because it'd be kind of weird if he didn't have eyes. All right, it'd be kind of weird if he didn't have eyes. See, he's got eyes. See, he's got eyes. All of a sudden, he does the little plume of smoke thing. He goes, what was the little poof thing? Little poof thing. Give me the poof. Give me the poof. Give me the poof. The poof. The poof. Come on. Come on. Stewie decided to take a vacation on that one. He said, nope. Meow. There we go. Stewie decided to fly away from that in the little airplane. That's it. That's the bottom line because the DBL said so. ANNA. Needs more volume. ANNA needs more volume. Very choppy. Very choppy. Yesh. All right. Let's take a look at MRAL. All right. MRAL on the downtrend right here. Not looking too schmexy. Needs to break above the downtrend and needs to break above the VWAPA. So MRAL needs to break the downtrend and the VWAPA for it to become somewhat schmexy to me. There we go. ONMD. Price spike right over here off of low volume. Has a 30 million float, 1 million volume. ONMD right there. Price spike on low volume right there. That's what we got going on. Price spike on low volume. ONMD. There we go. All right, let's see how ENSC is doing. ENSC looks like it's trying to curl above the pennant right here, but then looks like it formed the descending wedge, and then looks like it formed another pennant right over here. So we got that going on right there. That's what we got going on. ENSC needs to break above the pennant right there. ENSC needs to break above the pennant for it to be somewhat schmexy to meow. All right, there we go. All right, let's see here. JEM, how's it doing? JEM pulled up a little bit and then made a double top right over at the 15-cent mark over here, and then basically started going back down a little bit. So it started going and right there, forming another descending wedge below the VWAP. Needs to break above the VWAP and the descending wedge for it to be somewhat schmexy to meow. JEM needs to break above the VWAPA and the, bless you, descending wedge. Can you not cough all over the place? You're being loud. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm kidding. Don't stop dying. That's not healthy. She's coughing it. Like, can you not? Can you not? Try to loud.
That's okay. I'll just die here.
No, you'll be alright. You'll be fine. You'll be alright. I'm kidding. She's got a bit of a cough. She get some water.
All right.
Get some water, man. All right, KORE back over there again. It's still the same thing. Still an acquisition play. Let's see here. How about CDIO? CDIO. All right, it needs to break the descending wedge right over Mya. It needs to break that VWAP for it to be somewhat schmexy to Mya. So CDIO needs to break above the descending wedge and the VWAPA for it to be somewhat schmexy to Mya. There we go. XWEL. All right. Little bit of an uptrend over here on actually good volume. The float is 5 million, volume is 8 million. So had an uptrend over here, went back down, and then potentially, tried to make a bit of an uptrend here, and then just made a bit of a pennant instead. So right now, that's what's got going on. XWell had a bit of a double top as well, right at the $1.70 mark over here, at the $1.70 mark right there. So that's what we got going on. All right, so XWEL needs to break the double top and the pennant for it to be so much maxi to me. It is above the VWAP, so that's a good sign right there. That's a good thing, but the rest of it, it needs more. Needs more stuff there. Yes. Let's see here. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's see about the requests over here. What requests we got? Oh, somebody requested CDIO again. All right, CDIO. All right, CDIO needs to break that pennant. Looks like it's trying to test the pennant right now. Up, looks like it broke above the pennant slightly. A little bit of breakage right there. A little bit of a break above the pennant. CDIO broke slightly above the pennant right there. So that's what we got going on. Let's see what we got going on there. So CDI broke slightly above the pennant right there. But that's what we got going on right there. That is what we got going on. Hang on. 1 second. 1 second. Let's see what else we got here. What else we got? All right. Let's see here. Somebody requested NAMM. Let's take a look at NAM. All right. First things first. Lot of chop over here. A lot of chop right here. Low volume. All right. A lot of low volume there. Not looking too schmexy. All right. And looks like it went up over here and then kind of went back down over here. So as of now, I wouldn't even call it, it's not even the descending wedge, it's just choppy and going down below the VWAP. So NAMM pulled below the VWAP. NAMM, low volume, and pulled, needs to curl back above the VWAPA for it to be somewhat schmexy to Mya. There we go. All right, XYZG. Let's see how that's doing. Not too schmexy right there. Not too schmexy. There we go. Got a lot of chop there, and some chop there. Not looking schmexy. Needs to break above the VWAP, but also needs to break the downtrend right there. Needs to break the downtrend and the VWAP. Very choppy. XYZG. Choppy with low volume, needs to break the downtrend and the VWAPA for it to be somewhat schmexy to Mya. Not looking schmexy there. All right, let's take a look and see what else we got here. Let's see what else we got going on. All right. Somebody requested ENSC. Let's see how we do. How we doing with ENSC? ENSC, come on now. Oh, oops. Hold on. Give it a second. Ah, hey, there we go. Why did it do that? Yeah, there we go. It's back. Hold on. I gotta fix it now. I have to do the fix. Hold on. It did the thing. ENSC. There we go. There's our boy. All right. There we are. All right. So, let's see here. 1 second. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get the indicators back. The VWAPA. The VWAPA. We need the EMA. All right. And we need the RSI right there. There we go. Beautiful. All right, let me get the VWAP. Let me fix that up real quick because for some reason it accidentally went kaputski. It went kaputski right there. So then we go over here, bot right there. All right, let me get the EMA back over here. All right, bot right there. Boom. And we get the RSI. Let's fix it up a little bit. All right, plot's going to be this color right here. There we go. Upper limit's going to be there. Middle limit's going to be here. It's going to be that size right there. Okay. There we go. Back to normal. Whew. Okay. All right, hold on. What about Stewie? Hey, Stewie, you all right? You all right after that? Hey, Stewie, you good? You good? Where did his head go? No! Stewie! His head's gone. Oh, wait, there it is. There we go. There's our boy. Hi, buddy. You good? You good? I said, yeah, you all right there, Stu? You good? Wait, he said, yeah. Okay, all right, good. You good? Okay, good. All right, he good. All right, good. Do your thing. All right. Thank God, my G. All right. ENSC, as of now, let's take a look over here. On the uptrend over here. Boom. Had a bit of a descending wedge right here. All right. Curled up a little bit right over here. And it formed a bit of a pennant right over here. So ENSC, as of now, still needs to break above this pennant right here. Needs to break the pennant. Had a bit of a descending wedge right there. A little bit of a double top at the 74-cent line, pulled back, and then basically curled up a little bit and formed a bit of a pennant. So right now it needs to break above that pennant and stay above the VWAPA. ENSC needs to stay above the VWAPA and break above the pennant for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya. There we go. That's what we got going on right there. That is what we got going on right there. All right, let's see. What else we got over here? All right. Somebody requested BTOC. BTOC. Let's see about BTOC. BTOC. Choppy. Double top right here. All right. Had a bit of a move upward. Hit the double top right at the 48-cent mark. Then formed a bit of a pennant right here. Curled up once again right over here. All right. Tried to curl back up again a little bit on a small, tiny little ABCD, but it had a bit of a double top right at the 45-cent line over here. All right. And then basically fell down below right over here. Needs to break above the VWAPA. Needs to break above this downtrend here and the VWAPA for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. BTOC needs to break above the VWAPA for it to be somewhat schmexy to me and that downtrend. And the downtrend, as of now, needs to break the VWAP in the downtrend for it to be schmexy to mya. There we go. There we go. All right. Somebody requested TPET, TPET, TPET. All right. Let's see here. Bop right there. All right. TPET, very, very choppy and slightly barcoded. Choppiness goes right over, hold on, right over mya. Boom. Oh, excuse me. Right over here, chop over here, chop over here. All right. And then just a lot of bar coding right over there and fell below the VWAP now. Now it's falling below the VWAP right there. So we got that going on as well. So TPET needs more volume. TPET needs more volume to break above the downtrend right there. Oh, right. What the heck? What the heck just happened? There we go. There we go. Bop right there. That's what we got going on. Boom. Okay. So as of now, oh my, it looks like it's curling back up a little bit. It's curling back up slightly, but again, not a lot going on in terms of volume here. So we'll see what happens here. We shall see what happens. Has some unconfirmed Q1 earnings, unconfirmed in 14 days from now on March 13th after the market closed. So we got that going on right there. So that's what we got going on. So we'll see what goes on there with TPET. TPET curling off the downtrend. Still needs more volume to remain somewhat schmexy to mya. All right. But it looks like it's consolidated still. So we'll see what goes on there. LBGJ, 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 double tapa right over there. All right. All right. Double top right over there. We'll see what goes on. Shot up, pulled back down on low volume. So LBGJ, price spike on low volume needs to break above the double top for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya. There we go. There we go. MRAL. How's MRAL holding up? MRAL. All right. MRAL. Choppy, choppy, choppy. All right. On a downtrend right over here. All right. Has a lot of instances of chop right here, right here, right here, right here. Yep. Just choppy, choppy, choppy as of now. So we got that going on. MRAL. MRAL. Testing the VWAPA on low volume choppy stock. So there we go. All right. X says up to 53 cents. Which stock are you referring to, X? Which one are you referring to, brother? All right. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see. Somebody requested USEG. USEG. Let's take a look at USEG. USEG. All right. So, as for USEG right now, a lot of choppiness going on. A lot of choppiness. Not looking too schmexy right there. A lot of chop here. A lot of chop here. Chop over here. Bit of chop right here. A little bit of chop right here. All these indecisive wicks are just choppiness. That's it. That's all it is. It's above the VWAP, but right now just very choppy. USEG. 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 Choppy with low volume. Not looking schmexy to mya. There we go. That's what we get for USEG. All right, there we are. There we are. Let's see what else we got. And let's get a share party going. Let's get to 600. 600, ladies and gentlemen. Come on now. Let's get to 600. Come on. Come on now. Come on. Come on. Come on. All right. Let's take a look, see what else we got going on. Let's see what else we got going on here. All right. Let's see about XWEL. XWEL. Somebody requested that. Let's see how it's doing. XWEL moved up a little bit earlier in the day. Formed a double top right over here at the $1.70 mark right here. And then dropped back down like a rock. All right, and then proceeded to curl back up slightly. Broke above the VWAP and then basically made a pennant right over here. So as of now, needs to break above the pennant right over here. Needs to break above this pennant right here for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. XWEL needs to stay above the VWAP and break above the pennant. So XWEL needs to stay above the VWAP and break above the pennant for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. There we go. That's what we got going on. That's what we got going on right there. All right, all right, all right. Let's see here. All right, give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. 1 second, 1 second. All right. All right, so let's see what we got going on here. DLLL, let's see what that's doing right there. Choppiness everywhere. Choppy, choppy, choppy. Right over here. Choppiness, choppiness over here. Choppiness all the way over here. All right. Also expensive, too. Choppiness over here. Very, very choppy all over the place. So DLLL. DLLL, as of now, very choppy with low volume right there. Very choppy with low volume. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, all right, all right. Let's see. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 600. 600, 600, 600. Come on now. All right. Let's see what else we got here. What other stonks do we have here? What other stonks do we have? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. All right. IWM. Somebody requested IWM. Let's see about IWM over here. Not looking too schmexy right now. Not looking too schmexy. As of now, looks like it's very low float. And it looks like it's going downward right now. It's on a downtrend right here. So it's on a downtrend right here. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. So as of now, IWM on a downtrend needs to break above the VWAP. IWM needs, excuse me. IWM needs to break the downtrend and the VWAP for it to be somewhat schmexy to Mya. But right now, has news that major indices are trading lower following hotter than expected January PPI figures. Also, lingering concerns over AI disruption in NVIDIA's Q1 results continue to weigh down the market, according to IWM. So, yeah, got that going on right there. So, not looking too schmexy there. Not looking too schmexy. All right, give me 1 second. 1 second right there. And let's see. Somebody requested TSLA. TSLA, this is Tesla. Very expensive stock. Very expensive stock right here. All right, so this stock is currently on the downtrend. Needs to break the downtrend and the VWAP. Needs to break those two things for it to be somewhat schmexy to Mya. TSLA. TSLA needs to break the downtrend and the VWAP. Expensive stock. Not schmexy. Not schmexy to me. Not schmexy to me. Somebody requested XYZ. XYZ on a downtrend right over there. Also expensive. These are very expensive stocks, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. A lot of requests for some very expensive stuff. All right. But XYZ, not schmexy on a downtrend. XYZ, again, XYZ on expensive and on the downtrend. Needs to break above the VWAPA for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. All right, there we go. There we go. There we go. All right. So that's what they got going on right there. That is what they got going on. All right. Let's see what else we got over here. What else we got? Let's see. Huh. Interesting stock for me to request. All right, PSKY. All right, somebody requested PSKY. PSKY. There we go. Let's take a look at PSKY. See how it's doing, ladies and gentlemen. How's PSKY doing? And it's on a downtrend right now. On a bit of a downtrend. All right, so we got that going on right there. That is what we got going on right there. Hold on one second. There we go. Let's take a look over here. Needs to break this downtrend. It needs to break the VWAP as well. PSKY. Yeesh. All right. So as of now, PSKY needs to break the downtrend. All right. PSKY needs to break that downtrend for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. Needs to break the downtrend to become somewhat schmexy to me. And the VWAPA too. So that's what we got going on. PSKY. Nitro, good morning, man. He says, what's up, Doubles? Not much, man. Not much. Just chilling. Another beautiful day in the life. You know how it is, man. You know how it is. Another day in the life. You know how we do. You know how we do. Another beautiful day on God's green earth. Always a blessing. Always a blessing with the wonderful, indelible peeps. Yes, sir. All right. Somebody requested NFLX Netflix. Oh, okay. NFLX. Let's see how that's doing. Netflix currently a bit consolidated above the VWAP, but it is on the uptrend slightly over there. Slight uptrend, but still sort of consolidated above the VWAP. So that's what they got going on right there. NFLX. NFLX. Expensive. And slight uptrend, but mostly consolidated above the VWAP. So we got that going on right there. That's what we got going on right there. Boom. All right, so we got that right there, that right there. ENSC, let's see how ENSC is doing. ENSC looks like it curled above the pennant just a little bit right there, but it still formed a bit of a double top once again at the 66-cent mark right over here. So ENSC curled off the pennant slightly, needs to break the double top. ENSC curled off the double top, or excuse me, the pennant, pennant slightly, and needs to break the double top for it to be somewhat schmexy to meow. There we go. There we go. All right. Let's see what else we got. What else we got? JEM. Let's see how JEM is doing. JEM had a bit of a pennant right over here. Hold on. Right there. Had a bit of a double top as well, right at the 15-cent mark. Then curled off the pennant slightly. Still needs to break the VWAP right there. So JEM slight curl off the pennant needs to break the VWAPA for it to become somewhat schmexy to Mya. There we go. JEM. That's what we got going on right there. All right. ONMD. ONMD. Let's see how it's doing. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 900. 900, ladies and gentlemen. Come on now. Let's get to 900. We are 10 minutes away from the bell. The bell. It deafens me. All right. Little bit of that going on right there. Okay. So had a bit of a shot upward over here. But, yes, everything afterwards, man, There's a bit of a descending wedge over here and then curled off that right there. Curled off that descending wedge to make a slight uptrend. So ONMD curling off the descending wedge. ONMD curling off the descending wedge. There we go. Beautiful. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. All right. Let's see here. What we got going on. All right. What other stocks can we get over here? Let's take a look. Let's see about. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. All right. Hold on 1 second. 1 sec. Somebody requested ONMD again. And it's still curling up. Still curling up, though. Still curling up. ALBT? Oh, Night Rogue said ALBT? ALBT! There we go. All right. ALBT, Night Rogue. Let's take a look. ALBT had some movement up, I believe, yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. Yeah. Had a nice move up yesterday. Double top right over here, though, at the 91-cent mark. All right. But had a nice move up earlier. Had a general uptrend. Was a bit choppy at first. Has a bit of a pennant as of now. So as of now, ALBT needs to, number one, break above that VWAP, but number two, needs to break above that pennant and the double top for it to be somewhat schmexy to Mya. But right now, ALBT is kind of consolidated along the VWAP there. So ALBT, all right, needs to stay above the VWAP and break the pennant and the double top for it to be somewhat schmexy to Mya. There we go. That's what we got going on. BATL has that going. BATL had 4 million float, 12 million volume, had a bit of a double top right over here at $5.84. So it shot up like a rocket right here, right? And then formed a bit of a pennant right over here. It looks like it's breaking above the VWAP, but it needs to break above that pennant right there for it to be schmexy to Mya. So, all right, BATL needs to break above the pennant and the VWAP and the double top. Broke the VWAP though, so it did do that. That's a good thing right there that it broke the VWAP. So we'll see what goes on there. We shall see what goes on. Looks like it's trying to test that pennant though, so we'll see what happens there. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 1,000. 1,000. Yes sir. All right. Somebody requested OPEN. Open. Let's take a look. Open is on the downtrend as of now. Isn't really known for having too much volume, but Open on the downtrend needs to break above the downtrend and the VWAPA. OPEN needs to break above the downtrend and the VWAPA. Needs to break above the downtrend and the VWAP for it to be so much maxi to mya. There we go. There we go. There we go. PRAA. Let's take a look at PRAA. Ooh, choppiness over here. Choppy, choppy, choppy. This is choppy over here. All right. La chop. Actually, hold on. Chop over here. Not looking too schmexy. As well as some chop over here. So we got that going on. PRAA. PRAA. Very choppy with low volume. Not looking too schmexy there. All right. Consistency requested TTD. TTD. Let's see how it's doing. TTD. Looks like it's trying to break the VWAP on low volume as of now. Trying to curl up, but is a bit choppy. So TTD, choppy. Choppy, choppy, choppy. Choppy. And trying to break the VWAP right now. So it's choppy and trying to break the VWAP right there. Can it break above it? Maybe, but it does need more volume. Definitely. It is down 1.46% after all. Let's take a look at TCOM, TCOM. This is another stock the consistency requested. Let's take a look. Let's get the graffiti pencil activated. Bop right here. You see some chop over here. Chop right there. Chop right here. Oh, excuse me. This is the chop pen right here. Chop, chop, real smooth. Well, it's cha-cha real smooth, but you know. TCOM, choppy and below the VWAP as of now. Needs volume. TCOM needs volume. Very choppy and below the VWAPA. So we got that going on right there. Troy Lyon asks, how about ELPW swing? ELPW as of now, I mean, it's on a downtrend. We day trade normally, so we don't do much swinging. But basically, it needs to break this downtrend right here. Because number one, it's choppy, which implies potentially some low volume here. So there's chop over here in all these little circles. Let's see if there's any catalysts. Let's see. Do you know if, yeah, Troy, do you know if there's any catalysts at all for ELPW? Like that are coming up at all? Like for this stock? All right. It's a little bit like, is there any news, anything like that? The float for it is 4.9 million. Volume is just below it at 4.6 million. So, not looking too good in the float and volume section because it needs quite a bit of volume. It needs quite a bit of volume for that. Also has some unconfirmed earnings in 11 days from now on March 10th. So we got that going on right there. Let's see if there's any news over here. Any news? Nothing really. They're trading lower after the company announced the pricing of a $7 million offering of 21.7 million shares and warrants on a 0.3231, pretty much approximately 32 cent per unit. So Troy Lyon says, nope. Yeah, no. If there's no catalyst on it.
Bail in 45 seconds.
Yes, the bail in 45 seconds. So as of now, yeah, ELPW as of now on the downtrend needs to break that downtrend and needs more volume to break that VWAP as well. So ELPW needs more volume to break that VWAP and the downtrend as well. Needs volume to break both of those right there, and also needs some needs some good news because no good news. Offering closes today, I think he says. Well, we'll see what happens there, but right now the offering is the offering, and right now, I mean, it is curling slightly off the downtrend a little bit, but we'll see what happens there. It still needs a lot of volume, ELPW. So yeah, needs a lot of volume. So I will say ELPW ELPW slight curl off the downtrend, needs to break the VWAP for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. So, hey, look, I mean, there you go. There you go. But yeah, the offering is the offering is the offering. We got the bell. The bell. Troy Lyons appreciate you. Of course, brother. Of course. Of course. You know, always want you to be safe. Always want you to be safe. All right. Yes, the bell. The bell. It deafens me. Let's see. Let's see how ENSC is doing. ENSC. 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 All right. Give me one sec. All right. Yeesh. 1 second. Yeesh. All right. All right. Let's see here. Hold on. There we are. All right. So, as of now, we got the bell going on right here. We got the bell. ONMD. Let's take a look at ONMD. ONMD climbing, needs to remain friends with the trend right now, though. Needs to remain friends with that trend. Has a bit of a double top forming right at the $1.05 mark there. Needs to break above that. And it looks like it is trying to break above that right now. ONMD on the uptrend. Still climbing off that descending wedge. Yeah, there we go. Still climbing off that descending wedge. There we go. There we go. All right, ENSC, ENSC. Trying to climb a little bit. Needs to break that double top there, but it looks like it's curling a little bit. ENSC curling and breaking the double top a little bit. It's testing that double top, actually. I'll just say that. ENSC curling up and testing the double top. There we go. Boom, right there. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 1200. 1200. All right. AAOI. Xwell. 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 Oh, my price spike for Xwell over here. Xwell price spike right there. Let's take a look at Xwell. Price spike. All right. Shot up like a rocket right now. All right, there we go. All right, there we are. Boom. All right. All right, all right, all right. Yes, sir. All right. So, Xwell shot up like a rocket just now. All right, there we go. Yes, up 40% right now. All right, let's see how ENSC is doing. ENSC, actually, we already did ENSC. XYZG, XYZG. Broke the VWAP, but still choppy with low volume. XYZG broke the VWAP on low volume. Still choppy. All right, there we go. Right there. That's what we got right there. All right. XWEL. XWEL. Still on that uptrend. Still climbing, baby. Extended, but still climbing. All right, XWEL extended. Extended, but flying. There we go. All right. Has a bit of a double top forming here for XWEL at $1.98 right there. All right. All right. All right. All right. Let's see about XYZG. XYZG. All right. Broke the VWAP, but now looks to be pulling back a little bit. Needs to stay above that VWAP. XYZG broke the VWAP with low and choppy volume. Needs to hold the VWAP for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. So that's what we got going on, folks. That is what we got going on. So yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share. Because sharing is caring, ladies and gentlemen. Sharing is caring. And, of course, if you want access to our private Discord, link to join is in the description down below, as well as the pinned comments section. So be sure to check that out, because we pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We're just made different, and the early bird gets the cash. And, ladies and gentlemen, when we join our private Discord, you gain access to all of our amazing stuff, such as, for example, our wonderful chat with all of our amazing indelibles, our indelible community, which basically has all sorts of wonderful people discussing, thought processes, strategies, and things like that with one another. It's a very supportive and educational community filled with wonderful people. So, yeah, who like to build themselves up, build each other up, grow, and, make a lot of money. And, of course, who doesn't like making money, especially when you're making money together? You know what I mean? What's more funny than one? Making money together. You know what I mean? So you got that going on. You also get access to the Market Mover scanner, which is right over here on the left side of the screen right here. You get 24-hour access to it every day. Right? You always get access to that stuff right there. It shows the ticker, the price, the volume, the float, the change in percentage, whether it moves up or down, as well as hyperlinks to the stocks. And a lot of people say, oh, our Discord's great. Our Discord's great. Look, everybody and their mother could say that. But does it have tools that can actually help people? If it's just a Discord, it's a glorified chat room, as far as I'm concerned. We don't do glorified chat rooms. We actually do tools and other things like that that actually give people, help and resources and things of that nature. Knowledge, knowledge is knowledge is power. Exactly. Knowledge is power. And let me tell you, a lot of these guys, they just got glorified chat rooms. Glorified chat rooms with stocks that are trash. Garbage. All right? Garbaggio. All right? So, don't believe the hype. It's a sequel. All right? Also, ladies and gentlemen, you get access to our wonderful newsroom over here, ladies and gents. You get access to our wonderful newsroom. Ain't nobody else got a newsroom like we got a newsroom, all right? Let's get one thing straight, all right? Yeah. Actually, get your money up, not your funny up, all right? So that's all I got to say. That's all I got to say, because here's the thing. Ready? All right? This thing has hyperlinks to the news, right? It has a small synopsis of the article, as well as the ticker that's affected by the news within said article and the hyperlink for that ticker. So all you have to do is click into it and you get access to all the information, ticker price, volume, float, etc., charts, news, etc., all that stuff at the press of a button. That is a wonderful research tool that helps a lot of people out. A lot of people have said good things about it, man. I'm just saying. All right. We got the stock ticker tape, which has the stocks that are showing some momentum. They're showing some momentum. So basically, it goes on the stock ticker tape and it says, hey, we're keeping an eye on this one. It's showing a little bit of momentum. See what we got going on there. And it has hyperlinks to that stock. So you get access to that stock so you can just check it out and be like, oh, hey, this stock looks like it's moving up. You know what I mean? Like actual tools, man. Actual tools. Usefulness. Usefulness. All right. That's what we got going on over here. Right? And hey, we actually put money in to make sure that this thing, works and looks good. Right? And actually helps people instead of, a glorified chat room with trash stocks with people who, run by people who don't know what they're talking about. Anyways, so got that going on right there. That is what we got going on. And ladies and gentlemen, if you join the Wealth Builders, you get access to everything in our real-time alerts and scanners, plus you get access to a Wealth Builders exclusive chat room, which basically is a wonderful place where you have direct access to Coach Nick Money and myself. All right, you get access to both of us there. You also get access to Wealth Builder exclusive scanners. All right, you get access to a Wealth Builders exclusive scanner. Multiple scanners actually that are Wealth Builder exclusive. You get access to Wealth Builder exclusive content, such as, for example, behind the scenes content, like, for example, our scripts. You get access to our Wealth Builders exclusive courses, which have the course has 500 plus videos of content discussing how we trade and what works best for us, as well as our reviews of the stock market throughout the years. Basically, all sorts of informative content, lots of information, all sorts of wonderful stuff like that. And to top it off, you get Wealth Builders exclusive picks. So you get all sorts of Wealth Builders exclusive picks that show the float, volume, and all, as well as parabolic move. All that good stuff right there. All that amazing stuff right there. And also our alert archives that have been done since the dawn of Coach Nick Money. So it shows the NASDAQ alert archives, the OTC ones as well that we had going on there, all that good stuff. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we got going on for our Wealth Builders package, so be sure to check that out as well. All that is in the link in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section, so be sure to check that out, because we pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We're just made different, and the early bird gets the cash, because can't nobody do it like us. Always duplicated, never replicated, because the competition is trash. Anyways, so much love. Take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful day. All right. It's Double Nicks. All right. AKA the Rainmaker. Okay. All right. Don't worry. I'm getting to that, man. I'm getting to that. All right. Eesh. Eesh. Don't rush. Don't rush me. Don't rush. Hey, don't rush me. Bad. Bad. Hey. Hey. All right. All right. You can find us on our YouTube at Coaching Money. At Coaching Money, where we do lots of live streams, lots of stock reviews, stock analysis, all sorts of cool long form videos, shorts, etc. We actually did one last night. We did one last night, right? CDIO. We did a short we did a video last night on CDIO. All right, and we also released a short earlier today, so we got that going on as well. So yeah, we got shorts, we got videos, all that good stuff for days on the YouTube at Coaching Money. At Coaching Money. And of course, you can check us out on our X.com, aka Twitter, at Coaching Money. At Coaching Money. Be sure to follow us and put your notifications on there as well. All right, because we do lots of live streams, lots of stock reviews and stock analysis on X.com. All right, you can find us on Twitch at Coaching Money. At Coaching Money, where we do lots of live streaming. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads at Coaching Money. At Coaching Money. You can find us on TikTok, Tiki Taki, aka the Tac Tac. The Tac Tac. You can find us there at DBL Nicks. At DBL NICKS, and the screen name is Coach Nick Money. So we got that going on right there. So, ladies and gentlemen, much love. Take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful day. It's Double Nicks. I love you guys. I know I'm getting there, man.
All right.
Jeez. You mind? All right. Jeez. All right. All right. I'm not leaving, man. Wow. Give me a second.
Okay.
Wow. We're getting there.
Okay.
You're like the child that sits in the back seat. Are we there yet? No. Yeah.
We get there when we get there.
We'll get there when we get there. Exactly. That's me. All right. Feel like Mr. Incredible. We'll get there when we get there. Fine. You know what? Just for you, we'll do the other. Okay. All right. Be sure to check out. It's all love, ladies and gentlemen. It's all love. Don't worry. I'm not actually mad at her. I'm just messing around. But yeah, be sure to check out our 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time show called Power Plays, hosted by the legend himself, Coach Nick Money. I'm normally the co-host on that show, and basically what that show is it's a wonderful place where basically we get all the community together, right? And it takes place just before Power Hour. Power Hour, ladies and gentlemen. It takes place before Power Hour. And basically what it is it's a wonderful show where Coach basically goes through the stock market prior to the Power Hour. And gives his honest stock reviews, analysis, and other things like that. Basically takes a look at them. Gives his little analysis there. And then puts them on high heat, lets them simmer. And then after that, what he does is he decides to get some dubs for the community in Fortnite. In Fortnite, ladies and gentlemen. He decides to get some dubs for the community in Fortnite, ladies and gentlemen. In Fortnite. So yeah, that's what we got going on there. So thank you guys so much for watching. It's Double Nicks. I love you guys. I'll see you later today at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Power Plays, hosted by the legend himself, Coach Nick Money. All right. And I'm here with the lovely Serengeti specialist herself who likes to rush me. Actually, no. Yeah. That's about to be the rhyme. Hold on one second. Watch this. All right. She's the lovely Serengeti specialist. She likes to hang around the tall weeds, the high trees, the low seas, hitting them high knees. Sometimes she likes 2 cups of coffee. Other times she likes to jet ski. Other times she likes to regular ski. Other times she likes to get shot at the cannon and she goes, whee! Other times she likes to go to RBs and watch videos of puppies and kitties. Other times she'll go to Mickey D's. Other times she'll go to Wendy's. Other times she'll go to Burger King. And to top it off, she loves to rush me. And to go and to continue on from there, she didn't celebrate Taco Tuesday, but instead celebrated Taco Wednesday. So you know what? That's what we got going on right there. So it's Double Nicks. I love you guys. And I'm here with the lovely Serengeti specialist, DVR Moms.
Hey!
Yes.
Bravo on that.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go.
Impressed.
See?
Yes, that was a good one.
She did call some wonderful stonks like JEM VEEA and ENSC. We call her DVR Moms.
Hey!
Put some more oomph in that hey.
Hey!
There we go. Yeah. That. Sound off. Like as Drill Sergeant Hartman said in the in Full Metal Jacket. Sound off like you got a pair. Hey!
That didn't sound right at all.
I know, it's not a wrong, but